Hey, it's Rebecca Smith for the KBIA Newsroom in Columbia, and it's time for Missouri Health Talks, a project where we listen in on Missourians' conversations about access to health care. This week we hear from Kirk Perucca. He's the pastor of Covenant Presbyterian Church, a multicultural, multiracial, and multi-economic congregation in Kansas City. He spoke with KBIA's Levi Moltz-Homan about how faith and health overlap and about how his church has remained a resource for his community throughout the past year of the pandemic. Here's Pastor Perucca.
It's caused us to be separated, and that's really hard. I haven't been to nursing homes, although that is beginning to open up. I couldn't go to hospitals. We did a couple of funeral services by Zoom. So it's really caused us, obviously, to be more distant. But being the optimist, we've joined together electronically in ways I never dreamed. If you would have said to me on March 10th, we're going to be virtual for the next year, I would have said, what, how, why? And now we're very, very comfortable. So I think we're doing a great job of closing those gaps. I've called much more. That's the way I connect with people. I've got a list of members and I call those members and just check in. Candidly, in the past, often when I would call people, it's because I needed something. And I think last year when I just started calling people were surprised to get a call from me just saying, how are you? How's it going? Where are you? How do you feel? What are you thinking? But it's going to be a while till we repair all of that.
Can you tell me a little bit about your own congregation now? How does your understandings of how faith and health issues in general, how do these things overlap in your current community?
We have folk that were corporate leaders here in Kansas City, and we have folk that are on the street and really struggling with a place to sleep. So we have a very broad, very, very broad representation of people, but everybody seems to really care about each other. And so the great news is that here we show up together, we work together, we're side by side, socially distanced, of course, but we're in masks, but we really are a place where everybody's welcome. We're radically inclusive, and we seek to model the love of Christ. And when we model the love of Christ, that means that when people are hungry, we feed them. When people are struggling, we journey with them. So then when you begin to think about health, we know the disparities in healthcare in the United States. We know the disparities. We see the disparities every day in our community. And a few years ago, we developed Covenant Community Health and Wellness. And it was an amazing thing that really fit, that helped people have access to healthcare. We had a physician in the building 1 day a week. And we did great things for people. With the pandemic, that has really shut down. And we're looking right now to what do we do to reconfigure Covenant Community Health and Wellness.
That was Pastor Kirk Perucca speaking about how his congregation has been making it through the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic and about how faith plays a role in the health of a community. That's it for this week's Missouri Health Talks, which was reported and produced by Levi Moltz-Homan. Tune in next week for more conversations from throughout the state about health and access. I'm Rebecca Smith. Thanks for listening.